Hello everybody, welcome to the CWL recast, where we're going to be going over some of the games that were not shoutcasted throughout CWL Vegas, and then of course events beyond. I'm IHOLDSHIFT, and we're going to dig right into a really good one. This was from day number 1 on the Delta stream. It was Lightning Pandas taking on Str8 Rippin. A lot of expectations were kind of up in the air for both of these teams. Of course, Str8 Rippin had came through the play-in bracket, and Lightning Pandas, well, we weren't really sure what to expect out of the EU squad with Mad Cat and team. So this was our first look at them, and wow, it was a good game. So hope you guys enjoy. We'll be breaking this one down for you and get all of these games out to you guys in good fashion. So again, sit back and enjoy the show. All right, so here we are, Str8 Rippin taking on Lightning Pandas. Again, Str8 Rippin came out of the play-in brackets and surprised some people as far as how consistent they were playing. The Lightning Pandas, there were a lot of question marks about this team. Of course, if you followed along with the weekend, you know that those questions were unmerited, as Josh will actually catch a trophy system in the back of the head. And the one that was placed by Dave will be successful. And now as we look forward, Dave with this ICR will be holding the left-hand side of this armored truck in the first opening hill. And so far, well, it's not looking so great for Str8 Rippin. They had a couple of trades, and now Dave with the ICR looking to, again, find this left-hand angle. He able to find one, but no Havoc will turn around with the SOG and win that line of sight battle and come around the corner for one more. Now he's looking back towards the connector. Wants to try to find a way to potentially hold down this flank, and he will be able to take down PD. Exactly what you want to see, as Str8 Rippin will take control of the point and looking to keep that control as the second form of respawns come through. But Mox and Major Maniac able to hold things down. And now what do you do for the next point? 10 seconds left, and it looks like Mox has already rotated over. He took some gunfire over on that long, we'll call that little side street, rotating through boxes of Spacely. But oh my goodness, Lightning Pandas able to clean up right before they try to dig on in. They will be the first ones to touch foot on the second payload point in front of the food truck, and Havoc will actually be sweeping on in, and he's right up front, and oh my goodness, the help was great. He was able to find himself one. Mad Cat in the sushi bar will take down one more before he falls, so able to trade away 2 for his life. But the biggest problem is the simple fact that Str8 Rippin are holding on to these more proximal spawns to this second point, and at a certain point you have to think, when do you try to give this one up for Lightning Pandas? They want to try to do at least one more break. Spacely on top of the taxi will win a long distance fight versus Mad Cat's ICR. That definitely shouldn't happen, and that will secure extra time for Str8 Rippin, who are now pushing through the right-hand side. You can see where Havoc is trying to flank, but Josh is ready to accept that one willingly. How about one more as well? He trades out his life 2 for 1, totally worth it, and PD will actually rotate into the tree dojo area right in front of the showers, which is where the third point will be. But a big lead for Str8 Rippin so far. Lightning Pandas need to find a way to try to get some control, and Havoc wants to break through very early. Will be stunned out. The concussion's coming through, but no, Alex actually peeking from the shower side. We'll find a good line of sight there. Plus one more. Whoa, how about a third as well? How about a fourth? Alex able to hold down most of this point by himself. The cluster grenade did a lot to zone away, but the Maddox did even more. And now all of a sudden, Lightning Pandas with the spawn that they want, and of course, good control over this area. Alex watching the flank, and he is so far on fire. He is only 4 and 7, but 4 of those kills just came straight, so maybe just warming up a little bit. How about a 5th one? Now back over towards the point. Major Maniac wanted to break on through, but PD was there to meet it with a little bit of a combination of a SOG and a Maddox. And how about another one for PD? He was able to hold on very clutch with Alex in the point. Now up to 56 points total. They need someone to stand in there. There you go. This will put this close to an even ball game before we rotate over. You can see that most of the action is happening on where the new point will spawn in the next 4 seconds. Although our spectator doesn't seem to want to go watch that, as the last bit of scrap time will be soaked up by Alex, and it looks like it will be Lightning Pandas controlling the inner area of this little kind of tea shop. Not really sure what exactly to call it. I haven't really looked around enough to determine that. Major Maniac and the rest of Str8 Rippin are continuing to rotate on through. They do have a very far out spawn. You can see that Lightning Panda is still holding the close spawn, but they haven't quite been able to push this one in together. Havoc will go to the second floor, come on in, and we'll have one in front of him. He's able to take him down. How about a second? Oh, not able to get there. PD with the beatdown. We'll put this one back in control of Lightning Pandas, and now we'll take a look for Str8 Rippin. We're very close to starting to get our first line of specialist equipment online, as there were a couple. The TAC 5 could be used for both of our Crash players. Won't need to here for PD, as he's able to take down Major Maniac with ease. And that will put this one at a tie game, 91, and then even more so for Lightning Pandas, who have done a very good job holding on to this point. A very difficult point to break, to be completely honest. And the TAC 5 boost will come out, so an extra 50 HP per player. And then we go back to our second rotation of spawns here for the hard points, as we'll go back to the middle. Mad Cat and Petey doing a very good job of holding down the close initial engagements. Josh as well, and Alex on top of the point. Josh with 3 as he pushed on forward. Found himself a good angle there with the Maddox. And now he's holding this close connector. And look at this, Lightning Pandas have flipped the map. So again, not just setting themselves up to get some control here on this first point of the second rotation, but they also want to try to find the spawns for the second point. Although you can see Lightning Pandas on the minimap are starting to rotate back on through. Nagafen and Havoc will find the backline flank, but still not able to control the spawns, as you still see Lightning Pandas are spawning up by that emergency area. Alex finding himself 2 more kills just outside the point, and he will now be the one to lock things down up to 140 plus. Looking a little desperate here for Str8 Rippin, wanting to fight for this next point. But again, take a look at this. Petey is also all the way over by that tee shop again. He's found himself 2 kills, which will slow down the rotation for Str8 Rippin, and it likely will mean that Lightning Pandas will be able to find most of this. But a little bit of a slow rotation from Josh and Alex as they were still underneath the highway, which will actually set up a lightning strike for Alex on top of the point to help break this one open. That plus a Maddox kill will give him some good kills, but Havoc has got 200 HP and wanted to sit on top of the point, but there's too many here. We have a drone squad called in as well. There's big streaks coming out for Alex, who's on an 8 kill streak at the moment, 15 and 9 overall. Not really finding a lot. He wants to continue to lock down these spawns. We'll have a second opportunity to get Spacely, but he'll turn that one around just barely. Now Havoc looking for potentially the grab slam. He's got it held in. But does he even need it? Looks like not really, as Major Maniac is there to help out with this retake, and they'll break this one rather successfully. But again, the spawns are what's really concerning. There's only 14 seconds, and it looks like Lightning Pandas are happy to allow Str8 Rippin to take the rest of that point while moving into that dojo area right near showers. They're going to have 2 players nearby. I'll make that just 0 players nearby, as Alex and Petey are able to capitalize on Major Maniac and Spacey that wanted to find the early rotation for Str8 Rippin. Havoc again with the grab slam. Can he find an opportunity to dig in here? Again, this has been a very controlled point for Lightning Pandas in the first rotation. Str8 Rippin did not have much success, and Alex has pulled out the War Machine and found himself 2. PD dives in with a concussion, and that'll be enough to help get the kill. And extra control favoring the side of Lightning Pandas, now getting closer to that 200 mark. The War Machine still being shot out, but not able to find anything besides those first 2 kills. Str8 Rippin desperately need to break this one open, but are just not finding any success doing it. Alex has been an absolute monster. He's sitting at 20 and 10 overall. PD at 20 and 9. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting for Lightning Pandas. They have surpassed the 200 mark, and there's still 18 seconds here, so Str8 Rippin cannot quite give this one up. They need to at least contest, if not retake. Spacely will help in that effort before he gets traded away, but Mox and Major Maniac will be there to find some scrap time, but that's fine with Lightning Pandas. They flip the spawns back to their favor for the team shop hard point. And they'll find some early kills on the rotation. A trade there for Havoc, although it would have been nice to find both. But meanwhile, on the point, it's actually Nagafen who is able to break on through with the Song and find himself 2. So potential here for Str8 Rippin to find some good capture percentage, and goodness, do they need it. They spawn Lightning Pandas completely out, and Havoc is going to scout out where this is coming from. Spacely Nagafen helping out with the trade assists. That will be extra control for Str8 Rippin. Again, this point is so hard to break into, and there are some opportunities to utilize specialist weaponry for Lightning Pandas. Most notably, you're looking at the Tempest and the Grav Slam. But this fight happening over the middle is a very highly contested one, but Spacely will not take the win over Dave there. Regardless, Str8 Rippin doing a very good job of holding on to this tee shot point. It'll give them closer to that 190 mark. It'll put them within at least 20. Which is not bad if they can find themselves a good rotation over the middle, although Josh wants to contest the scrap time for a little bit longer. He's got one more player here, and Mox will fly straight over to the mine. Oh my goodness, the Mozu. Havoc not able to trade it away, wants to reload, but this is not the weaponry you need. He's got no ammo in anything, and it will be Major Maniac with a Mozu of his own coming through and trading, but at least that battle for the scrap time was successful for Lightning Pandas since it took 3 members away. Str8 Rippin had to contest the player, and that allowed Lightning Pandas to push through and again get early control over now what is our 3rd rotation of hard points in the center area. Mad Cat and Alex doing a very good job of holding down the flanks. You see Mad Cat number 2 will be holding the right side of that armored truck, looking for a long line of sight, and now we're going to see a Hellstorm coming through, and there's a lot here that could be found. Able to find 1, not able to clean up anything else though, surprisingly. And now it will actually be Spacely pulling out the Tempest. We'll find a stun onto 1, but not much else beyond that. Well, as I say, that PD does get taken away, so Str8 Rippin do have an opportunity to find a pretty good percentage of capture here on this first point. It's been a pretty even trade between both the teams. Cluster nade goes out. Will it find enough damage to take down the opposing battery of Alex? Not would be the case, but how about a beatdown plus one more shot? And Spacely actually throws down a lightning strike, and Major Maniac, who did get himself full streaks, thankfully will put down a sniper's nest, which this next point is probably the only other area that's going to find some success for the sniper's nest. This overarching highway eliminates a lot of line of sight from these airborne streaks, and Major Maniac will also drop down his lightning strike, and it was found very nicely. Josh saw all of his friends get passed away there and has to avoid the sniper's nest plus one more player. At least Major Maniac up close will not be able to win the trade out. But how about this? All those kill streaks will come through for Str8 Rippin to put themselves in the lead. Another Hellstorm came through to find two. And with 20 seconds still left, Str8 Rippin have the spawn control, and they have great angles here as Spacely able to take down two more. And now all of a sudden, looking for 250, Str8 Rippin will close that one out at a scoreline of 250 to 237. The streaks coming in very nicely at the end. Str8 Rippin, although they were used a little bit staggeredly, it was still successful enough, and you see Alex with this cluster nade kill plus one more. And then he finds two more off the trade. Really good, solid play to hold this one down, essentially by himself, 1v4. But it was in a futile effort, so that'll be map number one, going the way of Str8 Rippin. We'll be back here with map number two, just a bit. So here we are, map number two will be our search and destroy, and we will be on payload. And it will be starting off with Str8 Rippin on the attack first and foremost. And this is interesting as you go from hardpoint over to what is actually a very interesting search and destroy map. How many ICRs will we see? The FMJ being able to shoot through these little linings of this tunnel area, plus obviously the bomb site, can be very good. Nagafen will take the first peek over towards bomb site B, which it looks like the focus is going towards. You can see Spacely on the minimap will be holding down that connector through the tunnels, and Havoc is already pushed on up. And a lot of space granted here from Lightning Pandas as they're slow to rotate. They will rotate up to heaven, and two will be on the flank as well. Spacely trying to lock that down. Will try to come back to get some help from Nagafen, who sees one in his sight. Dave very low, but will be able to slide underneath and stay alive and play his life out. A 4-on-2 situation, and there's just the last two players of Josh and Dave on the flank. And Str8 Rippin have forced themselves through, and Nagafen trying to hold down the tunnel as he's got his comrades holding the backside. But from heaven, Josh is allowed to move for very much so free, but Major Maniac will re-peek it, and it will be Str8 Rippin with the first round. Rather successful bomb plant. The flank was just a little bit slow from Lightning Pandas, as we have a little bit of a graphical bug there in error. There's Major Maniac taking down Alex up close and personal. This was on the initial take of that bomb site B. And we'll switch sides. Most interesting thing for me as you look at the search and destroy is not just the weaponry brought out, but will there be any specialist changes? And it looks like not going to be the case. Again, G8 is the grapple out of the ruin. And PD will actually pull out the Paladin to try to watch down this heaven. It looks like it will be another focus towards bomb site B. Now, the head glitch! Nagafen wanted to peek it with a sniper rifle as well, but PD already had the hard scope angle. He's actually carrying the bomb as well. Very strange to have that sniper rifle picking it up, but he'll grab the kill plus the plant. As we're getting a little bit of lag from the stream end of things. Apologize for that. And PD actually picks up an NVI. Was that a Koshka? Off the dead body of Nagafen. And it's just down to Havoc as all the trades are coming through. And he's only got a SOG. These are not the battles you want to take if you're Havoc. You can find a way to inch on closer to be fine, but do you just try to offer yourself off to the balconies? Nope, not gonna be the case. He'll trade away one for his life, but Josh with the pickup and a tie 1-1 scoreline as we go into round number 3. And again, PD and Nagafen, these would be who you anticipate being the sniper battles. And yeah, very nice hard scope there for PD. And then he'll go slow motion rewind back to him planting the bomb in dramatic and cinematic fashion. And it's usually not until about round 5, round 6 that we start to see these specialist weaponries come online. Let's see who's closest. So far, it looks like Major Maniac with his 3 kills. About halfway charged to his war machine. And interesting as you take a look at the equipment. Only 2 equipment usages on either team as Str8 Rippin will take over the offense. And looks like they want to hit A this time around. Spacely will be on the flank. And it'll come down to Dave and Josh to hold things over. First bomb side A, which they will find first blood on Nagafen. Not sure if he was sniping or not. Looking for a trade pick now as we are in a 4-on-5 situation for Str8 Rippin, our attacking team. Playing this one very passively towards this ledge area. We'll raise the bridge. Dave is also here trying to contest this. A little jiggle peek for both as Josh and Havoc will trade away their lives. Keeping it in a 3-on-4 situation. They get the bomb. We'll be rotating. It looks like Mox is that bomb carrier at the moment. Wants to go back towards B, but has a lot of scoping to do. And PD is there. Alex on the close corner. We'll be able to turn around for one. Looking for the second. We'll be able to do so with the headshot onto Spacely. So now it's just up to our last player of Major Maniac. He was continually peeking that little bit of a ledge fight with Dave. Will not win the trade. So it'll be Lightning Pandas now taking the lead 2-1 with 2 rounds straight. And here is Alex on that close corner, able to take down the Sly, and then Spacely, who wanted to contest and challenge, and Alex was able to do that at relatively full HP. He only got shot, I believe, once from his first contester. Contester? How about contested? That's a more accurate use of the English language. So now Spacely and squad, what can they do on defense? Well, we have Nagafen using the sniper rifle. He has not found any success yet, sitting at 0-3. Josh at 4-2. Alex and Dave with 3 kills apiece. They will rotate, looks like, right through the middle in this tunnel area. Katie will find opening blood once again at a Nagafen, who did not look to be sniping. And now Spacely will contest, but he finds himself in a crossfire. Nades will come to the middle, but PD with the scope angle, he's got bomb site B for essentially free at the moment. Do they know it is the question. It is a 5-on-3 scenario for Lightning Pandas, and PD not sure which angle he wants to look at. Won't scope in, at least not as of yet, as he's got a lot of angles to consider. Will now move up. Does he have the bomb again? Wow, he does. I guess they're putting it on the bomb carrier of PD just because if he's playing furthest back, he'll be able to push on forward, get a plant. Without the bomb being dropped astray from where they want to push him. Major Maniac on the right-hand corner. He's got a player around the corner from him. Josh did not see him, though, so at least he'll be able to trade away one, but with Josh and Madcat finding kills, it'll just be down once again to Havoc, and he still has this SOG. A little bit of deja vu here, as we will likely see him not find much success. Will he even give it a go? It doesn't look like he wants to. Not with 16 seconds and 4 opponents. You don't want to feed any more streaks available, as you can already see Alex is on a 4 streak, sitting at 4-1. He actually will contest, and we'll find at least Madcat, but that's where all this effort will end, looking for a couple of straight pickups. But did not quite find the target that he wanted. It would have been nice if he could find Alex, but there's no way he's going to be peeking, not with 4 streak on his name at the moment. A 3-1 scoreline now, a 2-point differential if you're bad at math. Here in Search and Destroy, and it's been a very staggered hit, as we've seen Lightning Pandas stay pretty much with B the entire time. Str8 Rippin have been a little bit all over the map when they come to offense, so we'll see where they decide to hit in round number 5. Again, as you take a look at Alex, you wonder how close is he to score streaks. Nagafen not having found any success in the elimination totals yet. It looks like it will be an A hit with 2 players moving over the middle. It's not exactly the worst timing in the world, as there are only 2 players here. Madcat will rotate very quickly, and once again on the long flank are Dave and Josh, but will they be too late for this? Madcat with the ICR able to trade away Spacely, who was playing up close. Major Maniac is holding the opposition's upper area. This is a very cheeky angle for Major Maniac. Will Lightning Pandas know that this is here? They have to make a move now as the flank is here. A concussion grenade will come out, and that will stun Major Maniac, who tries to switch on over, but Madcat had picked up a SOG, and that rate of fire will be good enough to chew through Major Maniac's HP. Bomb down now with a 3-on-1 as Havoc still playing up close. We'll find one, make it a 2 as Monks is there for the assist. Madcat could not find the angle, did not know exactly where Havoc was. He pushed right through the middle, and he was gone in uncontested. And it'll make it just a 1-round differential as we move to round number 6, a 3-2 score. There was that nicely timed concussion to clear out the space. Maybe some good information given, but regardless, you gotta check your corners. And Lightning Pandas do so at least successfully there. Unfortunately, not able to get the bomb defuse. So now they will be on offense, and it looks like they want to move up the middle once again. This was very successful for them the last time they played it. It looks like actually they're going to avoid that middle, just go straight for long B, although up close was Nagafen and Spacely, who wanted to play up close and personal for the early aggressive first blood, but got pushed back very quickly. Cluster nade out. Josh, oh, he doesn't see Nagafen, who was there. Fortunately, the cluster grenade was enough area radius to take him down. Mad Cat switches over to the Mozu up close. Mox will do the same, but the penetration has been felt. The bomb has been planted for Lightning Pandas, and this one looks to be just about all but over. 4-on-2 situation. Havoc will trade away one, getting closer to that grab slam. So potential for a conversion here as Spacely will move on up, but does not anticipate the jump peak from Mad Cat. Now at long range, Havoc able to find away one kill. He does have the grab slam available. I can't imagine seeing a scenario where he uses it with only 11 seconds left. It does take 7.5 to defuse the bomb, and that time will come and go on the timer. And Havoc will once again be the last sole survivor for Str8 Rippin. Looking for just a couple of cleanup kills. We'll take down Mad Cat as well. So a good round for Havoc, who's now sitting on 5 straight. And the potential to start this next round with a grab slam, if he can find the opportunity to use it successfully. The rounds, though, still favoring Lightning Pandas at a 4-2 scoreline. Dave, this is where you caught Mox, obviously, after he traded away one with the Mozu. 7-2 for Havoc. Leading the server at the moment as PD has moved to 2-4 after sniping. Not been the most successful round for him, using more automatic natured rifles. And a very split startup here for Str8 Rippin. They're spreading the map completely. Havoc with the bomb will be moving in. Is he trying to find a plant? But PD's right behind him. Nobody was watching his tunnels whatsoever. So now Str8 Rippin in a very vulnerable spot. On a 5-on-4 scenario, checking himself over by the flag ledge is Major Maniac, as Josh is the one who wants to peek him this time around, as Dave has traditionally been over here. Nagafen also wants to double peek this, maybe potentially to challenge the window. We'll jump on up. 43 seconds left in the timer. Still, it's just the one kill so far in the server. And now Mox able to find Mad Cat, but again, Dave and his crew, there's 3 players here defensively. It's just Alex sitting over by B, and he's going to see all this action happening and rotate on through. Timer is running down below 30 seconds. Alex on the flank will be able to find one more. It's just up to Major Maniac. He finds one, but he's got 3 more to go through, and he's got no idea where everyone has gone off, and that will be Lightning Pandas taking a defensive round once again. And we have yet to see any utilization of the specialist weapon, or at least as of yet. This is a round where we might be able to see it, as Lightning Pandas is 1 round away from tying this setup 1-1. Payload is now as I think about it, a very interesting map. The rotations are pretty one-dimensional. You pretty much have to go straight through that tunnel area if you're going to rotate from bomb site to bomb site, if you want to do so in a timely fashion. Let's see, what do we have available here for Lightning Pandas on the attack? They have popped attack 5. And it looks like 4 of the 5 players will start to rotate in. Now the War Machine being popped as they've gotten some information. You can hear that starting to funnel out. Major Maniac taking a lot of damage, but not falling. And now grab slamming up close as Havoc, who will be able to find Josh, but Alex Stolt, the War Machine, keeps the numbers in favor of Lightning Pandas, as they still have pushed through but not planted the bomb at bomb site B. Now it's Nagafen with the Strife able to find Mad Cat, but it's just down to Mox, the last player left. It would be nice if he had the vision pulse, but not even close to charge. Dave very close to the Tempest of Profit. A little bit more time will get him there if they even need it. A 3-on-1 scenario. And again, they have flanked all the way through B and now looking to hit onto A, as PD with the bomb will prone up and look for an angle to push to plant it down, but will not do so, as Mox with a very nice conversion on one, looking for the second. Dave out the window at a very bad time. Mox not able to quite get away through the turbine area, that little cone. Alex will clean it up, and that will be a 6-2 scoreline favoring Lightning Pandas in the search and destroy, which will send us to a 1-1 draw as we take a look at PD. Able to clean up Major Maniac, and I believe one more close in the middle connector, as they did retake, or not retake, but take and push through bomb site B. Str8 Rippin looked a little out of sorts there, and search and destroy want to make a comeback here on control. We are drawn up 1-1, so we're essentially left with the best of 3 scenario here to finish off this round. We'll be back with map number 3 just a bit. And welcome back. Here we are on map 3. It'll be control on gridlock, heading back towards the destructive streets of Japan. Again, I don't see 18 wheels on that truck. I'm sorry. I don't know how that's called an 18-wheeler call-out when it's not 18 wheels there. Looks like control first and foremost will be up to the offense of Lightning Pandas, who toggled themselves on A very quickly from Josh, but then looked to be a complete fake out as all the rest of the 4 players will move over to B, and they've already found 1 tick, looking for a second. I don't know if Str8 Rippin's gonna be able to come back to this in time. They found themselves a second tick, a very successful early push, plus more. I don't know. I think if you're Str8 Rippin, you get to give this one away, and that's not good, as there's only been 2 deaths on the side of Lightning Pandas. Yeah, they've found the capture, plus a couple more trade on kills, and now from here, rotating through boxes are Lightning Pandas to try to find themselves a pinch onto A, and they're gonna do this so pretty successfully. Dave is playing the long flank here, waiting for the spawns to come out. We'll catch eyes on 1, but we'll be concussed. Nagafin wants the challenge, we'll do so. But not able to win the trade? What? How do you not win that, Naga? You have to win that trade. Fortunately, Major Maniac and Spacely will be able to lock down most of B, which has no progress, but again, 23 lives. The 17 favoring Lightning Pandas, plus 1 minute and 38 on the clock. Dave on the flank will find 1, not able to find the second, but PD and Mad Cat will push on through a very successful pinch, and now progress at A will start up, at least until Major Maniac falls away, and he will do so. Now Havoc needs to contest, but again, he's by himself, will be concussed, able to find 1 before he dies. Actually, not dies. Havoc is still alive somehow. Now finally will be taken away, but Str8 Rippin again just not committing to contest this all at once. That'll be the first bit of progress here on A, and a 10 life differential favoring Lightning Pandas. Make that the second tick. It has to be Str8 Rippin contesting if they want to have any round of success here in this first round. It looks like they will trade away some, so that progress that was made on that 3rd tick will start to depreciate. And now a scenario where Str8 Rippin can catch their breath and maybe try to get this kill total a little bit closer. It's 12 on 5 at the moment, though, as far as the lives go. And PD is on a very successful flank, although I say that, and Mox was there to help capitalize to make sure that his teammates could get out of spawn. But meanwhile, on top of the point, Mad Cat and Josh will do a good job of coming up through the middle and taking care of the connector. Again, finding another mini pinch here, a 10 on 2 scenario, and it's all but over. For Str8 Rippin, it would take a miracle at this point. Still need to find a 1 on 8 scenario. No way. Mox will be able to clean up 1. The trade should be coming in at least sometime soon. This would be a miraculous scenario, but no, Lightning Pandas will just stay on the point. Force Mox to either contest or die, and, well, he won't be able to contest, so he's only left with 1 option. 1-0 on the scoreboard so far for Lightning Pandas. And again, big kudos there. It came down to essentially 1 player moving over towards the A control point, which forced everybody essentially from Str8 Rippin to rotate over. And then we're left with a 4-on-1 on the B control point by that food truck. Very quick capture of B for Lightning Pandas. Let's see how they come out defensively this time. This is going to be a pretty even split. Mad Cat and Dave heading towards B. 2 players over the middle, and it looks like they'll actually just all move their way in towards showers. And look at this again. Page out of their own book. Spacely will touch the A control point, but not fooled by this whatsoever are Lightning Pandas, as they have stuck to their ground, and Mad Cat will be the last one to hold this one through, but he's giving enough time for spawns to come out and potentially rotate. Alex is on a very long flank. If you look at the minimap, and he's able to actually slow down this push very, very nicely from Str8 Rippin. Control is starting to be ticked up, but Mad Cat doesn't want to contest until he at least gets a pick and maybe finds some help. I don't even know if they did not get that first point. Oh, they did get that first point. It was close. Wasn't sure if they got the full progress on point B, but they did. But still, the trades are favoring Lightning Pandas, who did a very good job of holding on. And now it will be a reverse hit for Str8 Rippin. Tac boost will be popped. PD will actually need that just to survive. Now a little bit of a pinch push here. Spacely looking to receive it, and will do so mostly nicely, trading out 1 for his life. But now PD on this flank in a very dangerous spot, but point A has been lost. Not fully committing to a contest was Lightning Pandas, but PD on this flank is in a very dangerous spot, but not able to find the first kill. Will be able to find the second onto Spacely, turning around for Havoc. Will do it, a 2-kill Little spree here for PD, deep in enemy lines. But again, all of this is slowing down the side of Str8 Rippin very much so. You can see Str8 Rippin is actually still pushing through the A side of the map, trying to work their way into Lightning Panda's spawn. They would love to even out some of these kill totals. That was likely the goal, but they were not able to do so all that successfully. Now looking for a more straight up hit towards bomb site B, or pardon me, control point B. Dave and Alex are here to receive it. But how successfully will they catch it is the question. How about not at all? As Str8 Rippin have now evened up the kill total and looking to make a hit onto the B point. Alex is up pretty much by himself, and now a little bit of a mini flank from Spacely will turn the attention of Dave quickly as the point continues to capture up. Very close to the third tick. The cluster nade very successful, and Str8 Rippin will capture right on back with a lot of lives on both sides. Just nobody really committing to contesting. Lightning Pandas has looked really apprehensive to dive onto point to contest. Maybe a question mark if they brought the right utility to this battle, as now that we go into round 3, we will likely be seeing a lot of the specialists coming out in some fashion. And a very pivotal round 3 coming out, as both the defenses have been unsuccessful so far in rather convincing fashion. A lot of lives left on both sides, but doesn't seem to make too much of a difference, as the offensive teams have looked a little bit better as far as committing to capturing points than the defenses have when it comes to contesting those. It looks like it will be a 5-hit towards B, and the information will be given. And now the War Machine out for Major Maniac, although he puts it right back away, so maybe not utilizing it. Thought about it, put it away, and again, Lightning Pandas have already found themselves one tick. The trophy systems are there. He's got Engineer, you can see it, which is probably why he put that War Machine right back away. Wants to take care of these trophy systems, but it's already too late, as once again Lightning Pandas have captured point B, only losing 2 lives, and this is looking like an exact copy paste of the first round. Now it's left with just the 1-point defense. 4 lives down for Str8 Rippin. They have almost full specialists available though, so that kill total very well could be turned on its head very quickly. 11-6 in this game so far for Dave, looking very solid. Best record in the server as of now. 15 and, well, now 10 for PD. As Major Maniac starts to get himself a little bit more involved. And still no specialists have been utilized yet. And all of this fighting is happening on the fringe, although I misspoke, as Nagavan has used the TAC 5 boost for his team, but it's not finding much. And now Major Maniac looking for an aggressive War Machine. The Flak Jacket will soak up 1, and this is not a good spot. He wants more space than that, and Major Maniac's War Machine will be canceled for essentially nothing. The kills also coming in favor of Lightning Pandas. They can find Havoc. They have a lot of success here to get some early capture on point A. It looks like that first tick will come through. Good patience from Str8, but they do need to recontest the second point halfway there. What else will be utilized? Anything? And something might need to be. Alex is cleaning up in the backside of Showers. Make that his 3rd kill. He does get traded away, but Dave and the rest of Lightning Pandas are here looking to put this one away. It's 18-10 on lives. 1:20 left, and Lightning Pandas are capturing this, and they will do so successfully. Goodness gracious. At a certain point, I know you're down on lives if you're sure, but defensively, you have to at least try to commit some of those to try to win a fight and toggle yourself for some advantage in the positioning. They're just allowing Lightning Pandas to sit here for free. Well, both teams really are allowing the offensive team to just sit in the points for what looks to be nearly free. Nice little move from PD to capitalize on 2 potential contestants of the initial point. But again, look at how many specialists are available. We have got a 2-1 scoreline favoring Lightning Pandas. And you would think with Major Maniac having essentially wasted his War Machine that you have to tilt this round in favor of the defense. They will help that out by throwing 200 HP at everybody. But Josh again first to fall. Davey as well. It was a 4-man hit onto point A, leaving a very awkward rotate from PD and squad, which were pushing through the B side. And now, will anyone be able to touch this in time? 2 ticks come through. PD will at least contest it for a hot second. The War Machine from Alex will help again. And at the very last second, there will finally be a contest here, but Havoc is still alive. He's got a grab slam. He wants to use it, but he finds a teammate on accident. Not the best trade in the world, so that will actually allow the Pandas to hold off point A. It does get 2 ticks, though, and with that success, Str8 Rippin want to give a go at point B. Plenty of time to do so as well. They'll find the first capture percentage. And with this little area that they have held down, it should be an easy rotate, or easy kill on the rotates, I say. For sure, but they aren't able to hold down the angles properly. Finally, Nagafed able to trade this one back in their favor. So now with 2.5 ticks progress on point B, it looks like this very well could be around for Str8 Rippin. They've got the kill totals as well. Oh, and Dave had no idea where Havoc had gone off to, and that will be point A. So now all the resources have to be thrown at B, and again, you see how many specialists are still available for Lightning Pandas. Mox has got himself a vision pulse, finally. Nagafed very close to a second TAC 5 boost, and Str8 Rippin will capture B rather easily. Again, this is very strange to me, as this is, of course, the newest mode to be introduced to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and a lot of teams are still trying to figure this one out. This is our first, we'll call this the test in the water. It's kind of a litmus test for how Control will go throughout the weekend. I'm sure teams will learn, adapt, and make progress on looking a little bit smoother, but again, just not a lot of committal from either team defensively when it comes to sacrificing lives for point control. So now it's going to be down to what has been a fully offensive game. Lightning Pandas will, I guess, put themselves on the favorable side. Drawn up 2-2, and Josh has gone over towards A with the grab slam, and he finds himself 3 kills. But was that just in a fake? As actually they're going to capture both at the same time, 2 players on each point, and it's going to force Rippin to make a decision on which point they want to capture, or at least hold on to defensively. It looks like they've made their minds up. They want to go for B. That means point A will very easily be captured by the side of Lightning Pandas. And yeah, Str8 Rippin, they're just going to try to hold down the rotation points a little bit early on to put themselves in a live advantage, if at all possible. You see Nagafed sitting over the middle. Will be getting a brute force of 3 players, and he won't even be able to trade out 1. So what was a very split effort for Str8 Rippin defensively will end in a situation that does not look so great for them. Mox with the ICR looking for some damage over the middle, but Major Maniac is the one to clean up all of that work. A nice little jump peek over the vending machines for Josh and his SOG. As Lightning Pandas now with the potential to split the attention of Str8 Rippin. You see all the players on respawn will head right up through this taxi street. And Major Maniac with a very aggressive push. Havoc was there, but not quite with them. And oh, that's unfortunate. They could have kept the lives at least even, but Havoc not able to win the trade versus Dave, and now Madcat with the ICR at range. Oh, he saw 1 player, but got the call out. I guess that Spacely was from behind, and that's going to be a nice trade. That could have been a devastating play for Spacely. Now committing to the point is the offense. They have the numbers. Waiting on respawns are Str8 Rippin. They'll pop the vision pulse. Let's just try to trade away anyone that they possibly can, but the first of the 3 ticks have been found. Alex with a beautiful cluster nade. We'll find 2. Now Mox has to commit, and Petey knows it. And, well, Mox won't have the ammo to stay in that fight, and it looks like Lightning Pandas will likely hold this one down. 1 player to contest, but no, not going to make a difference. Lightning Pandas will close this one out at a 3-2 scoreline, and again, every offense going successfully for both teams in what was a very close control. 3-2 the score. Not at all what you would anticipate happening. Is the defense a little bit of indecision. Here is that triple slam that we missed from Josh, pushing himself right on in. That allowed that double cap to happen, and Str8 Rippin past that point just could not seem to catch up. So that'll be Control. We're left with a 2-1 scoreline favoring Lightning Pandas. We'll go to game 4 here just after this. So it will be Frequency on what could potentially be our last map here for Hardpoint, as Str8 Rippin are looking to put themselves in a spot to send this to game 5, if at all possible. A 2-1 scoreline again in the maps favoring Lightning Pandas, and off the bat, this outer edge Hardpoint will be where things start. A trophy system placed by Mox, which will help delete some of the equipment coming in for Lightning Pandas, and the trades are actually favorable. Oh, not so much actually. I was gonna say the trades were initially favorable for Str8 Rippin. It was a 3-on-2 scenario, but Alex able to come on through with Dave to keep the hard point in contest, and then actually turn it in favor of Lightning Pandas. A nice beat down there onto Spacely, who wanted to contest by himself, essentially. And again, Str8 Rippin, they did this a lot during the initial hardpoint map where they kind of went in staggered, but fortunately the trophy system was not seen by Alex. That cluster nade would have been huge. Havoc able to come through and find a little bit of cleanup, but not able to out-frag Josh, who looked for his 3rd kill straight, but won't be able to do so. So Lightning Pandas, they will win this point, at least in overall control, and this needs to find this last kill onto Mox, but oh, finding the beatdown. So Str8 Rippin will put themselves a little bit closer, and this is, again, the side favors Lightning Pandas as they spawned on this side. They can hold those spawns and put themselves in the early control, forcing Lightning Panda, or pardon me, forcing Str8 Rippin to break, and goodness gracious, Mox is able to push through for free, but whiffs a handful of shots onto Petey. Was able to turn around very nicely. Havoc still holding on to this point for as long as humanly possible, but again, the spawns are just too close for Lightning Pandas. But again, fortunately for Str8 Rippin, they put themselves in a situation where they got the initial break and a lot of good capture, and again, they're pushing through and finding a lot of success on the point when it comes to in terms of trades, but they're just not able to flip the spawns, which is going to result in them not really finding as much capture as they really wanted on that second hard point. The third one will be up in their window, and Str8 Rippin will set up for that, although, oh goodness, Mox, did he just spawn all the way back at old? It sure looks that way. We'll find out where Lightning Pandas spawn through. No, they're still spawning old. Mox hopefully will get a spawn a little bit closer to this hard point. Will do so, but again, the point is being flooded in by Alex and Dave, who've done a very good job of holding this outer platform area, which has allowed them to find some angles on elbow from who is spawning in from Str8 Rippin, although now a double challenge comes through, although immediately turned aside as Alex and Josh are there with the Maddoxes to clean things up, and Lightning Pandas have had a lot of success on this third hill. I would say surprisingly so. You take a look at the 11 of 6 of Dave so far. He is absolutely handling this match. Finally, a break will come through from Str8 Rippin, but the spawns have flipped, and Lightning Pandas will get the close spawns. Dave playing the slow angle on platform won't be able to find the angle on Spacely, who's able to chew through him. So Str8 Rippin with a small break, but again, the spawns for Lightning Pandas have just been too strong. They will continue to hold on to the majority of this point. The last bit of scrap time will go to Nagafin and Str8 Rippin, but now searching for where that B domination point is on this outer ledge for this last hard point. And so far, it's in favor of Str8 Rippin, but the rest of Lightning Pandas are looking for a way to contest. Major Maniac with the cluster nade will be destroyed by a trophy system, but the Maddox will ring true. Petey on a long flank will find himself too, looking for a third. Him versus Nagafin, but Nagafin will trade it away. So the point still staying in control for Str8 Rippin. Putting this one back and bringing it within 20 points. It's been a very successful hard point for them. The War Machine from Alex is coming out. A cluster, or pardon me, not a cluster, that was a concussion that was tossed out by Nagafin. We'll try to slow down the progress of that grenade launcher. Now looking for potentially a grab slam would be having. That would have been a successful one, but did not pull the trigger. I don't know if you saw that second player. So the potential last bit of scrap time for Lightning Pandas will come on out, which will put them above 100. Just to the 62 of Str8 Rippin, and we do have a Tempest being popped. Although I looked at that was from Dave. Yeah, it was, and he didn't find anything off of it. I guess he wanted to utilize it for the connections over to their first set of rotation points on this outer U. This is called the Cybernetics Division or something. If you look on the signage right out front, not really sure what makes it that, but regardless, Str8 Rippin have popped War Machine for Major Maniac, and they will take the early control of the second rotation. A double kill for Major Maniac. How about, oh, I was gonna say, how about a third? But Mox cleaned up the kill on Petey, and it was already midair, and the grenade will connect with a teammate, but tying it up 100 to 100, so we have an even game, essentially reset at this point. Str8 Rippin doing a pretty good job holding down this middle connection. Oh, and there comes the grab slam. I don't know if I love the uses of it, though. It's just for the last 10 seconds. Only found one kill, but it did keep the spawns in control for the second point to Str8 Rippin's up. But they have to be careful as Josh and Dave are rotating left-hand side of the map respectively for them, and they did find one kill. Havoc wants to receive this one and will be able to do so and turn it aside. Does he know there's another player here? Looks like the answer is potentially no. Nagafin will be there to pick up the flank, though. A little 2-on-1, and Alex will actually find the trade, and then the cluster nade will take down Havoc after the explosion radius, and now looking to flip the spawns as Alex, he'll find one. Has he done enough? It looks like yes. Spacely will spawn out. The rest of Lightning Pandas will push through, and they will win the spawns. And now looking for the majority of this hard point. Will Str8 Rippin be able to break this? Do they even look to? Mox wants to move on in. Won't be able to get the kill, though, onto Josh. which will result in a little bit of extra percentage for Lightning Pandas before they have given it up, and that's fine by them as they've already rotated all the way around. Mad Cat moved all the way on the outer edge of the match to get the spawns back in their favor for what will be our third hard point in the second rotation. Although the points for Str8 Rippin look good at 147. At this point will be controlled early on by Lightning Pandas, who will be able to match that time if they can stand on point. Nobody was on it, so they lost a couple of seconds there. Have to make sure someone is committed to getting time. Alex will be watching the middle rotations. But it's Spacely and squad moving on the outside edges, again, through that cyber division. Over by outer U, the first hard point. They will be turned away by Lightning Pandas, so again, the point will stay in control, and at this point we will see this match up to 147, and if they can hold away one more push from Str8 Rippin, they will find themselves in the lead. And at this point it kind of comes down for Str8 Rippin, what do you want to commit to this point, if anything? It looks like they don't want to commit anything as they're setting up trophy systems and numbers on our last hard point of the second rotation. And they found a couple of rotation kills already with 8 seconds left. Again, Lightning Pandas had themselves nearly a 20-point lead, and the trophy system will actually be destroyed by the one already planted by Str8 Rippin, so they'll have numbers and a lot of control. So the rotation looking a little brilliant here for Str8 Rippin. They still have a vision pulse from Mox if they want to utilize it. Dave very close to having his second Tempest of the game, and they might just need it to break open this point, as again that trophy system will cause a lot of distraction. Alex is doing a very good job this game, 21-7 as he finally gets traded away there. And with that comes the committal for Lightning Pandas, and they will find those staggered kills on point, continuing to build on their lead. And again, Str8 Rippin, I think if you're at this point, you still have to contest for this as long as possible. But Josh, with this Maddox, will find himself 3. Will not give away an inch here because he knows what that could mean. And now finally, with that team fight 1, there will be a rotation. They will secure themselves where they want to spawn and look to commit to this U push. Going into our third rotation, we will be at 200 points for Lightning Pandas, but Str8 Rippin have found themselves 2 kills on the rotation already, and Major Maniac and squad will be able to hold up a lot of control on this hard point. Spacely, if you can win this fight, it would be big, but Dave, with the stim shot hipfire, will be able to shred through the rest of Spacely's health, and now wants to commit the point. He's got Dave and Mad Cat here committing. They find themselves 2. PD from the inside portion will find another, and no one seems to know where this trophy system is. And a preemptive pullout of, oh no, Dave pulled out the Tempest. Long distance shots from Major Maniac will put that one aside, and now committing back is Str8 Rippin, and they're going to find themselves some success here. Alex only has a SOG, and that is not an angle that you want to contest with an SMG. He will try to move a little bit closer. The Vision Pulse popped, which will give him some information, and Dave will push on through, so very successful retake. And that will provide a little bit of extra capture percentage for Lightning Pandas. A very good contest. Str8 Rippin will be denied the rotation, which is the most important aspect of that team fight. And of course, the time is great, but the simple fact is Str8 Rippin will not be able to push through and find themselves a more favorable spawn. So now Lightning Pandas will find the scrap time plus the early committal, the early committal onto this second hard point. Mad Cat winning a very clutch fight, but 2 through the window will push through, and Mox will find himself a second. Josh will deny anything else from happening with the grab slam. And now if you're Str8 Rippin, you need to find a way in. What can you possibly use? Alex has the War Machine out. Attack 5 does get popped for the 200 HP. Mox trying to find a way in, but again, Alex with this War Machine causing a lot of distraction. Trophy systems denying any projectiles from coming through. The grab slam from Havoc is there at the nick of time. 248 was the score point, and now Major Maniac will pop up a War Machine of his own. But he needs to find the kills on the rotation, not on the old hard point. You have to trust your team to get the kills here and utilize this thing at full value, but not able to quite connect. We'll drop one at his feet and find some damage, but not any kills. And oh, goodness gracious, Str8 Rippin. They need to find a way to get through. The cluster nade might be good on the Mad Cat. Looks like not so much, and Mad Cat able to find a beat down on a Spacely, and no, Major Maniac falls off the map. Mox is there to find the only kill, but just 2 seconds is all that's needed for Lightning Pandas. They get there and they find the close. Unfortunate for Major Maniac. He had the War Machine out, could not quite find the kills needed on the rotation, and that will be it. A 3-1 scoreline in maps favoring Lightning Pandas as they will take down Str8 Rippin again. This is just in the pool play, the first game of it. And thank you guys very much for tuning in to this rebroadcast of this game. We'll be doing more of these throughout the week, so make sure you guys stay tuned I guess I could switch back so you guys can see me. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the rest of a very fun game to broadcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. We'll be back with some more of this here just too long. And I will also leave in the comments for you guys a little bit of a notice. Just I'll keep the timestamps for each of the maps in case you missed some of them, want to go back and watch them again. And then also for future ones. So thank you for tuning in. I've been IHOLDSHIFT. That's been Str8 Rippin. I'm Lightning Pandas. We'll be back with another video here in a little bit with another match. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Bye-bye.